see the lawsuit yet, so I can't comment on that. I do feel for the families of Kahuku, as the rest of the state does, but it's an unfortunate situation. It's something that I guess it's hard to, from this standpoint, it's hard to take a look at, because as the HHSAA, we're obligated to take the top 3 teams that the OIA provides us. We don't have any choice in what schools we can pick, so we take what they provide to us. The state tournament is coming up. It's coming up this Friday. Everyone's excited about it. It's something that I guess it adds another element to it, and an already short week, it's going to make it a little more difficult. But most of the travel, all the venues, everything's all set already. So we'll see what happens.
You want to know what basis Mr. Seitz is going to have?
I'm just interested because this isn't the HHSAA's ruling, this is the OIA's ruling, and we just take which 3 teams that the OIA provides to us for the Division I First Hawaiian Bank State Tournament. Based upon my experiences as an attorney, because of the preparations and from what I've seen so far, it would be very difficult, and it would be devastating to us as the HHSAA if we had to postpone the tournament in any way.
There's airline costs and stuff you can't get back.
Yeah, it's airline, hotel, venue sites, rent. We even on the football stadium in Kauai, we had to go to court to get a special permit to hold the game on that date at that time. So there's a lot of arrangements that would be hard to take back at this point.
Can you ballpark it, the total cost, if it was a catastrophe and they postponed it?
I can't even begin, because this is financial arrangements and everything that I've been working on for the past month. So I wouldn't even know where to start or what kind of figures we're looking at, but we're talking about thousands of dollars for sure.
Tens or hundreds?
Not hundreds,
tens.
but probably tens.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we will be filing a lawsuit in behalf of the Kahuku football team. We have several named plaintiffs who are representing themselves and the entire team. And the reason for the lawsuit is because, as unfortunately we see too often, adults made mistakes and kids are being required to pay for it. And that is just simply an outrageous situation. There was no fault by any of these people who are behind me here. There was really only minimal responsibility by anybody at Kahuku High School for what happened. The situation that occurred was simply something that could not have been avoided. And for the OIA to have taken the action that it took, basically to bring down the death penalty for a minor infraction, is something that we just simply cannot tolerate. So we're going to ask the court tomorrow to issue an injunction to prevent the OIA and the State Athletic Association from preventing Kahuku from continuing to participate in the championship games which they've earned. And we're going to take in a lawsuit tomorrow. We will take in a temporary restraining order, and we're hopeful that a judge will hear us and will rule on this as soon as possible so the games can continue. From our standpoint, there's ample flexibility in the schedule for them to reschedule all of the games so that Kahuku can continue to participate. There's ample reason by way of precedence as to why this should have been handled as a minor infraction without these kinds of serious consequences. We simply don't know why principals and adults who have situations all the time where rules are interpreted, where rules are enforced in a flexible manner to deal with the particular circumstances and situations that they face, why they were not able to do it at this time. All we've heard is a rule is a rule. But as we read the rules, there is ample discretion on the part of the OIA to have dealt with this situation in a much more sensible and reasonable manner. And they chose apparently not to, for whatever reasons and motivations. My belief is that if reason is to prevail here, that we will be able to get an injunction, or alternatively, if the adults who are responsible would sit down with us and simply talk about this, we might be able to reach a compromise solution that will meet everybody's needs. We're not here to encourage people to break rules. We're not here to encourage people to use ineligible players on the field in games or to take advantage of situations, competitive situations, unfairly. We're here in an effort to try and get a reasonable solution to what amounts to a clerical error. And if we cannot do that, it says something about our school system, it says something about the officials who run the school system, it says something about the state, which I think, unfortunately, will reflect badly on all of them and all of us. So we're looking for a reasonable solution. Unfortunately, we have to file a lawsuit in order to get people to talk to one another, but we're hopeful that we can reach a compromise, and if not, that the court will issue a temporary restraining order compelling the athletic associations to allow Kahuku to compete. I will take whatever questions if you like. Also beside me is Della Bellotti, who is going to be arguing this because I'm going to be on the mainland, who is my associate, and we will be filing the papers tomorrow. The complaint that we file is what I've given you, and we will be also be filing a motion for a temporary restraining order, which we are still working on. We'll have ready to go first thing in the morning.
My hand to God, I didn't mean to. After all, look what we've been through.